Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Portland Trail Blazers. And, of course, they are still without Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, and that news, Kevin, means this team faces a tough challenge. The production's going to be missed, and it's not a problem that you can just wave a wand and make go away. This is when everybody on that bench has to really band together.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Jimmy Butler was the 30th overall pick in 2011, and he never forgets the hard work that made him a star out of a small town in Texas. Now, he says, I think it comes from not having much all my life. Coach Thibodeau said he became an all-star, got paid. None of that changed him. I don't think you can change him. Guys?
Great story, David. Thank you. Clark, let's be honest. Both teams depleted by injuries. Talk about the adjustments that come when you're missing some of your top players.
Well, the cliche and the reality is next man up. These are all pros, and it's an opportunity for those who may not play regularly to step in and earn the coach's confidence and the confidence of their teammates. Sometimes bench players can rise to the occasion, but more often than not, you can't go very long with a steady diet of your reserves.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Rose is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Dang in at the 3 spot. And now Portland on the break. Turner leading the charge. Fires from the line. That one doesn't go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Gibson passes to Rose. Lays it up off the glass. Rose has got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Timberwolves. And Lillard kicks to Turner. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Evan Turner, the former #2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, acts as a utility night for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
The first one falls. All free throws good from Turner.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
Rose kicks to Gibson. Towns the screen. Lobbed up there for Gibson.
Nice look that time from the veteran Butler, a go-to scorer. He's also willing to make the extra pass.
They set the pick. Nurkic's screen on Rose. And a deep three from Lillard. Hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Dang. Inside, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Aminu. Poke loose. Towns, high post. Portland grabs the miss. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
Yeah, guys, they feel like they're the better team. The standings would agree with that. I look for them to assert that with their play tonight.
Rose against Lillard. Off the pick. Off the left rim and out.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Butler dishes to Gibson. Outside Dang. Towns a screen on Turner. Dang kicks to Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rose. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. The shot by Turner no good. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Dang. Towns sets the pick for Dang. The pass to Towns. Hits it from three-point range. Towns has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So timeout called here. The first for Portland.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection. In a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Turner. How he did last season. Averaged 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Butler in the corner. And another 3 for Minnesota.
You know, the improvement is evident. Butler, wanting to improve how dangerous he can be from outside, went to work, and he's making it happen.
Now here's Curry. He had 19 points in the win against the Lakers.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Here is Rose after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Rose kicks to Towns. Shoots over Nurkic. Almost, but it rolls out.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Gibson passes to Towns. Over in the corner, Rose. Nice D from Lillard.
He's still fighting it, and sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. He's trying to get in the rhythm, but right now he's playing hard, but he's hurting his team. Great look, but he couldn't finish everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
On the wing, Turner over Dang. Portland no good that time either. Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Warriors in Oakland. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And over the last 5 seasons, Butler had one of the top minutes per game loads of any player in the league. Clark, do you think that had anything to do with his knee injury in February of 2018?
Really hard to say, Kevin. I mean, meniscus issues can result from overuse, but we're not sure if that was the case with Jimmy. Tibbs has always played his best players big minutes, and Jimmy Butler was one of his best players. So we see a lot of franchises, though, taking a bit of a different tack in terms of minutes played for their star players, trying to massage and manage those a little better because of the concern about overuse.
First free throw is good.
Clearly, Jimmy Butler is in the prime years of his career, and you know, you get the feeling that no matter how much he achieves, he's always going to be looking to get better.
And so Butler nails both of them. Now we see a lot of rookies getting their first taste, Clark, of NBA action. What was the hardest part for you transitioning from the Big Ten to the NBA?
I think the speed of the game, the number of possessions, again with the 24-second clock going back to the 80s, there was no shot clock in college basketball. So you could drag it out and play walk-it-up basketball. In the NBA, you got to turn that thing over every 24 seconds. And that speed and those number of possessions, a lot to adjust to. And then everybody's strength and talent. That, too, was eye-opening and exciting, too, because I had realized a dream to be out there with those guys.
And smarter players, too, on that pro level.
Yeah, they know their stuff. I like to say when you get to the NBA, you're a PhD in hoops.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And, you know, it's a bonus to have big men who pass it like this. Gibson, solid instincts there.
Lillard against Rose. Nurkic just screen on Rose. Here's Lillard. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Lillard's got 5.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Deng kicks to Towns. Nurkic with the steal. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Rose passes to Towns. Nurkic with the steal. Gibson with the steal. Towns sets the pick for Rose. Back to Gibson. Passes to Butler. Back to Gibson. 6 on the shot clock. Towns the screen. Dang. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Butler against Curry. To the middle and finished off by Nurkic.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Well, last season the Wolves ended a 14-year playoff drought. It was the longest in the association. And they did it in dramatic fashion. A winner-take-all overtime victory in the final game of the season against the Nuggets. I actually watched that game, and it was worth staying up late for.
A different look now for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Evan Turner. Now here's Jones. Pass to Nunley. And here is Butler. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. And if the regular season brought encouragement for the Wolves, Clark, the postseason showed us just how far they've got to go.
That's right. That's exactly right, Kevin. A win in the first round, just one win. The Rockets were a hard matchup for them, but there's a big difference between being a playoff team and a title contending team.
Curry's shot is off.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot. And if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter him.
I really like that he didn't shy away from the contact at all. I mean, he was determined to get to the basket no matter who was offering the resistance.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, Gorgui Dieng, not just remarkable for his basketball talent, but for how he's given back to his native country of Senegal. I mean, we talk about unselfishness all the time in the basketball sense, but this is really unselfishness in the greatest and truest sense.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And you mentioned the philanthropy of Dieng. It goes way beyond running a basketball camp or cutting a check.
Yeah, he owns over 100 acres in Senegal where he tutors local farmers. I mean, he's got a real passion for farming. Maybe more significantly, his contributions to hospitals in that poverty-stricken region, literally changing and saving lives.
That free throw missing. Clark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy. Athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. Now here's Leonard. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pass to Jang. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Last season, he played outstanding. 4th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. Now, here's Lillard following the shot by Myers-Leonard. Good D by Jones. Here is Tolliver. And Butler gets it to go.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Harkless, and Harkless slams it in.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Butler. 29 points for him last game against Golden State.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
And just like his brother Seth is an impressive bucket getter. I mean, somebody whose role is to shoot and score the ball.
Seth Curry missing all last season, Clark, with a bad leg and eventual surgery. You really feel for him.
You always do when guys are hurt because it's terribly frustrating. My career ended because of knee trouble early on, so I know the feeling. And it's especially hurtful and painful when a guy starts to show what he can do and be in the NBA. I'm glad to see he's back, and hopefully he'll continue to be the deep threat his team needs.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Curry. And Tom Thibodeau is a demanding coach, Clark. We know that. His teams have responded, though. But sometimes teams can wear down from that style. Does that concern you in Minnesota?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he's got a proven track record for having teams be successful. And with ownership behind him, I think the players will follow his lead. Remember, he's got the dual role as coach and president of operations. Not sure if that is always the best way to go about it, but in this case, with the alignment with ownership, I think it'll work.
Here's Curry. Tyus Jones picking up that last basket. Back to Curry. There's a screen by Collins. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 7.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
There's the pick. Nunley passes to Butler. Jang high post. And the pass to Nunley. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And again, Minnesota with the triple. Here's Curry. He has 7. A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Jimmy Butler, 4th.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
.114 left in the first. Leonard
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Jones against Lillard. Jones dishes to Butler. To the paint. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I don't think you can sleep on Butler's passing ability now. I mean, he's quite good at knifing the rock through the defense on time and on target, especially in these screen and rolls.
They swipe it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jones. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard with it. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. With 1 on the clock, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. The free throw is good from Lillard. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Minnesota. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know, they're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, you know, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Myers Leonard is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Seth Curry. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Layman in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now here's Butler. Over Curry. Curry with the defensive effort. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Fast break, Minnesota. That one, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
And Damian Lillard has always been an incredible scorer. His range and ability to create let him carry the load on offense, and has also stepped up as a vocal leader for this team, has grown into that role the last few seasons.
And so he hits both. And with Lillard and becoming a team leader, Greg, he's always been one to lead by example.
And when Lillard was the clear star of the team, players started to look at him as a mentor, realize the kind of effect he can have on his teammates. And that led him to opening up, inviting them to dinner and hanging out. Wasn't something he took to immediately, but he has shown he can not only be a franchise talent on the court, but off the court as well.
And, you know, we all know about Jang's high motor. Defensively, you can't just let him float around the glass. You've got to get a body on him.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down to just one on the bucket from Lillard.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Curry kicks to Lillard. Leonard with a screen on Jones. Harkless the pass to Lillard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lillard's got 13.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Minnesota calls timeout. Clark, you went around, what, 6'8", 6'9" or so, very versatile, able to shoot, certainly. We saw that in college and pro. Which players nowadays, if you had to say, hey, that kind of reminds me of how I used to play?
Well, you know, you think about a guy like Tobias Harris, really solid, can do a little bit of everything. Kyle Kuzma, the outstanding first-year player, just finished his first year with the Lakers. I like Thaddeus Young, even though he's a lefty. Good size, gets to the glass, puts it on the floor okay. But those would be Kyle Kuzma and probably Tobias Harris, are guys that remind me a little of myself back in the day.
Wonderful players. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Leonard, and it's Aminu in for Seth Curry. Rose kicks to Kuzminskis. Somehow misses the one-handed flush. Lillard from deep three-point land, and the go-ahead bucket, no good.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Kuzminskis the pass to Dak. Good on the bucket, and the Timberwolves lead by 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Nurkic. It's stolen by Dang. Towns with it. Lillard picks him up, and it's blocked. Here's Wayman. Nurkic can't hit. Nurkic against Towns. Butler, and slam dunk by Butler.
You know, you look at Butler's numbers. Every year he's been in the league, he's improved as a scorer. He knows how to get to his spots and then deliver.
Here's Wayman. Aminu with the screen on Butler. Clock at 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Towns. For Portland, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
The first free throw is good.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Gibson's checked in. So he gets them both. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's the pick. Rose kicks to Towns. He dishes it to Dang. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Turner against Rose. A fader. It's good. Here's Rose. Last game out, he had 14. Towns, the screen. It's off his foot. And it's whistled a kick. On defense, the Trailblazers trailing by 2. Dang kicks to Butler. 5 on the clock. Pass to Towns. They get the rebound. And at last, they get one to fall. Towns has got 5 points so far. Rose against Turner. Screen by Nurkic. There's the screen. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Rose against Turner. Towns, the screen. Butler on the wing. He's got 16. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's a 6-point Minnesota lead.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Turner with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Harkless kicks to Aminu. Out left to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic a screen on Towns. The shot by Lehman, no good. Timberwolves leading by 6. Pass to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And you can see that Butler is the total package. Solid at recognizing when one of his guys is open.
Aminu with the screen for Turner. Shoots off the step back. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I mean, his field goal percentage isn't good. He's not helping his team out there shooting this poorly.
Dang can't get it to go. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Butler with the steal. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Butler's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Jimmy Butler, you know, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Tolliver's checked in. Towns, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Butler never afraid to be a little bit different, listening to country music in the locker room, much to his teammates' chagrin.
And in the offseason, riding around in a van with a baby on board sticker, even though he's single with no kids. Remove the rearview mirror as a symbolic reminder to never look back. This guy's special.
And the first one drops.
Hey, Karl Anthony Towns was the unanimous 2015-16 Rookie of the Year, but you still have to admire how fast he's made an impact in this league.
And Towns drops them both.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers, and his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
Outside Dang. There's a good screen. Kicks to Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
The free throw drops for Butler.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
There's a screen. Rose against Turner. Right wing. Here's Lehman. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 11 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, they can't find anything. They're lost right now. Everything working against them. Good ball movement, wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Trailblazers trail by 18. Turner up top. He's covered by Rose. And Turner kicks to Collins. Towns with the steal. Down low. And the dunk by Towns.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
Yeah, it's actually palpable, isn't it, Greg? I mean, you can feel it. Every single one of these guys locked in, playing for each other. And that's why they're up.
It's Butler that time on the assist by Towns. 24 points for Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Turner. There's the dish to Nurkic, and Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Curry's checked in for Portland. Towns with the steal. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility, Clark. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots it deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
One shot on the legs.
The free throw drops for Towns.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Turner. There's a screen by Collins. Will it go? Still a very tough night shooting for him. That makes him 1 for 8 now.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trail Blazers. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
And that one falls for Collins. And so Collins nails both of them. Timberwolves leading by 23. Outside, Jones. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Turner. And for Tyus Jones, 3 gold medals playing for the U.S. national team throughout high school. He was Minnesota's Mr. Basketball, a national title Clark in his lone season at Duke. I mean, this kid's already got a lot of hardware.
Yeah, he's got a cabinet full of hardware, and I think he's got a chance to develop into a really solid point guard in this league. Again, just 1 year of college, very early in his career. You got to give him time because he's shown that he can be a winner at the levels he's played at prior to the NBA.
The first one falls.
And no secret here. This is what you need to do with the lead. Hit your free throws. And they're having a great second quarter at the line.
And so Jones nails both of them. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. They set the pick. There's a screen by Collins. Curry kicks to Collins. Now the pass to Turner. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns. Coming off a terrific season. Last season put up about 21 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Here's Nunley. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Jones with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Towns. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Towns has got 18 points in the game.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. I mean, he's a really polished scorer inside.
It's Curry outside. Sinks the triple.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Jones against Lillard. Jones the pass to Towns. Back to Jones. He had a nice open look right there. Jones has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here's Jones. 9 points in the game so far. No good there. Lillard outside. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard. No free throws good from Lillard. 1 second left. And so it's Minnesota finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, you got some scoring going in that first half. What did you take advantage of?
I'm just finding spots, not chasing it, letting it come to me. Just using what my teammates give me.
Productive half so far, Karl Anthony. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He ended up with 24 points, 2 steals, and 4 assists. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
High above downtown Portland, you get the great idea of the beauty of the city, folks. Welcome back, everyone, to the Pacific Northwest. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Portland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Jimmy Butler is out there with Rose. And it's Dang in at the 3, the small forward. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. And Gibson sends it back.
A good defender who uses his body well. Gibson is capable of blocking shots. Got to find a way to energize themselves, get going. 0 for 3. They're looking for their rhythm right now.
And stolen by Lillard. The finish, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Butler connects on the foul line jumper. Butler's got 26.
Takes some handles for Butler to get the look he wants. Fun to see him create off the dribble like that.
Here's Turner. Drains the three-pointer. Now Butler. He's got 26. He kicks it to Towns. Outside Rose. Back to Towns. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Towns missing. Trailblazers trail by 21. Right wing. Here's Lillard. Softly drops in the floater. 21 points in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And it's Gibson finishing it off.
An exceptional offensive rebounder. Gibson seems to have an uncanny ability to get to the right position on the glass.
Here's Nurkic. Lays it up and banks it in. Nurkic has got 6 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Lillard against Rose. Shoots over Lillard. Rose, no good.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Lillard, right side. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Towns.
You know what makes Towns so dangerous in transition? He can beat you with the shot, or he can beat you at the rim.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
So a moment now to see the story on Jusuf Nurkic. Last year, getting it done. 10th in blocks, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. The shot by Turner, no good. Timberwolves leading by 21. Now here's Butler. He's got 26. Here's Gibson. Towns trying to get open, and he gets it back. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Nurkic the pass to Harkless. That one misses. Nice D from Rose. Butler dishes to Towns. Rose against Lillard. And here's Rose. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Turner. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Boy, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Portland now. Here's Nurkic. Out to Turner. Screen by Nurkic. Clock at 6. Passes it to Harkless.
Dependable at protecting the rim. He's a rim protector. Like how Gibson concentrates on contesting without fouling.
Towns the screen. Butler from outside. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Portland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Curry kicks to Nurkic. Lillard the pass to Harkless. It's not going to go for him.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Lillard following the bucket by the Timberwolves, but they recover it. Butler against Curry. Pass to Lillard. Nurkic a screen on Rose. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his third foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Layman's checked in. And Portland has possession. They grab their own miss. Lillard. And again, unable to change momentum here. Pass to Butler. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Two. Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
First free throw is good. Jones checked in for Rose. And so Butler nails both of them. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Lillard kicks to Layman. And there's the pass to Harkless. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard misses.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to Golden State.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
Well, you know what, Greg? When the defense is that lax, come on now, they honestly deserve to lose. You can't let a team get into that kind of a groove.
Now here's Gibson. Following the missed shot by Nurkic. Got that one up quick. And now that's 35 points for Jimmy Butler.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Jones kicks to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
A really gifted athlete. You can tell Butler loves getting up to throw these dunks down.
Portland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Got a piece of it, trying to get back on track, and the shot goes down. 23 points for Lillard.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Passes to Nunley. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. This is the list of last season's top shooters from the charity stripe. These guys were practically automatic. Damian Lillard third.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Minnesota also making some changes. Tolliver comes in for Towns. And it's Kuzminskis in for Jimmy Butler. Both shots good from the stripe. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Lillard with it. Jones covering. And stolen by Jang. Pass to Kuzminskis. Five to shoot. Ring shot on the way. No good off the front iron. The Trailblazers shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Nobody near Lillard. And the Trailblazers another 3.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Pass to Kuzminskis. Here's Nunley, defended by Harkless. Nunley can't get it to go. Portland's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Tolliver the pass to Jang. No good that time. Great D that time from Leonard. And there's the call on Kuzminskis. That's his first foul. Leonard kicks to Harkless. The pass to Lehman. There's a screen by Collins. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Jones, the pass to Nunley. Here is Tolliver. Jang, a screen. 5 to shoot. Here's Kuzminskis, and the rejection by Collins. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Portland with the ball. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. They set the screen. Lillard fires away from way outside. And another three for Portland.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Jones against Lillard. Jang, a screen. Outside, Jones. And now Portland on the break. Here's Harkless. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jones against Lillard. Pass to Nunley. Timberwolves passing it around. Clock at 6. They set the pick. Jones drives in. Swiped away. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Lehman, and Portland again with the bucket. Minnesota leading by 23. Pass to Jang. 1:33 left to play in the third. And Jones has it in the corner. Back to Jang. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Harkless kicks to Lillard. No good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Nunley's shot is good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Pass to Harkless. There's a screen by Collins. Here's the screen. Lehman pass to Lillard. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 15 points in just the second half.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. A nice job from the three-point line this half.
Jones against Lillard. Jones kicks to Tolliver. Out left to the wing. Now the pass to Jones. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year.
2 shots.
But not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
He misses the free throw for the Trailblazers. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Harkless. And Turner's subbed in for Lehman. Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. He hits the second from the line. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 17-5 run. Rose against Lillard. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. And so it's Minnesota in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Right back, man. Let's go score, stop, score here. Everyone talk defensively. Get stops and then let's go. Let's go. Make the game easy for each other. Make plays. Get your spacing.
And defense obviously so important to Coach Thibodeau.
I mean, he wants his team to get stops and leak out fast. Fundamental basketball.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. They've got Collins. Turner is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Aminu in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Cleaning up around the rim. Jang with the size and work ethic to make these plays.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s. Plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Swanigan, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
And here are the Trailblazers now after the basket by Minnesota. From 18 feet away, rebound Minnesota. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Now, here's Collins. Following the miss by Derrick Rose. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be playing the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And for that matchup against the Nets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Here's Trent. Portland no good that time either. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Simons. From deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Bucket is good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Here's Swanigan. After the basket by Minnesota. Aminu the pass to Collins. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Simons. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Here's Simons. Following the score by Derrick Rose. Can't hit from in close.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Yep, that one goes in there.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Passes it to Patton. Outside Rose. They set the screen. Pass to Patton. Over Collins. That shot off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Knocked loose. Rose up on top. Clark, when you were playing to complement your inside game, you had that wonderful mid-range jumper, but more and more players are going away from it.
I think it's all driven by analytics, Kevin. I mean, everything is about the three-point shot, efficiency of your possessions, go for three when you can or get it to the rim. And that makes sense from a mathematical standpoint. From a game standpoint, though, if a quality shot is a mid-range shot for a good shooter, I think you should take them all the time. I mean, that would just be my posture. So I differ with the analytics. I understand what they say. But if I was coaching, guys get a good mid-range jumper from a quality shooter, we're shooting it every time.
Roof shots.
Free throw drops for Rose.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 08, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Rose hits them both. For Portland, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. There's the pick. Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. Takes a three. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Patton. There's the pass to Bates-Diop. Takes the three. Knocks down the three ball. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Collins kicks to Swanigan. There's a screen by Collins. Trent. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. The rebound by Simons. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Jake Layman's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Here's Lehman. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Simons. The tray. Portland again missing.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful when he gets around the rim.
And for Portland, they're shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. There's a screen by Collins. Trent passes to Collins. Here's Trent. Can't cash in from close range.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
To the paint. Here's Lehman. And that time, also a missed shot.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
Offensive rebound. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
dunk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
Charity stripe shot. Okogie. And it's Portland with the rebound. It's deflected. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Minnesota. Jones comes in for Rose. Pass to Bates-Diop. There's a screen to the inside. Patton's shot is off.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
Minnesota's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Outside, Jones. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Here's Simons. Pass to Trent. Shot to stop the run. Buries the long-range jumper. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. The Trailblazers shooting just 34% from the floor. Leonard with this screen on Jones. Kicks to Leonard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Tolliver's got 3 rebounds now in this one. To the middle. It's picked off. Takes the 13-footer. Shot by Collins, no good.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Nunley passes to Tolliver. Jones up top. Offensive rebound. Here's Patton. The pass to Bates-Diop. Here's Nunley. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simons, defended by Jones. Passes it to Trent. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Minnesota shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Here is Tolliver. He's guarded by Collins. Outside, Jones. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Clark fast break fundamentals, center the ball, Run two wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the three when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the three in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
We see a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the three instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Hits Diop. There's the screen. Here's Tolliver. And Lehman pulls it down.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Count that one.
Awesome feed there. That pass was on point.
29 seconds left in the fourth. Jones kicks to Tolliver. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Tries it from 9. And he overshot that one, missing. Here's Trent. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, you have become a star in this league, big part of the team. Have those expectations put more pressure on you individually?
No pressure. I think I'm gonna do what I do each and every night. Not gonna play well every night, but I just gotta focus on me, this team. Can't worry about the outside influences.
A real leader, Jimmy. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.